All right, first Americano Pope elected. Let's take a look.
Annuncio vobis
I announce
gaudium
to you
magnum.
a great joy.
Habemus papam.
We have a pope.
Eminentissimum.
The most eminent
Ac reverendissimum
and a
Dominum.
reverend
Dominum Robertum Franciscum.
Robert
Sancte Romane
Francis,
Ecclesiae.
Cardinal of the Holy
Cardinale
Roman
The first
Magisteri
American
Nostrum,
Pope has been elected. Cardinal Prevost.
Qui sibi nomen in
Okay, technically, not to be that guy, but Pope Francis was also American. He was the first Yankee American, like as in from the United States of America. But because we're so U.S.-centric, we're just like, what the why does this happen?
Posuit
Who has chosen the
Leonem
name?
Decimum
Well, Cardinal
Quartum.
Prevost, the
Leo
first
the 14th.
American Pope in history,
First American
Chicago-born, has been elected as the 267th successor of St. Peter. Cardinal Prevost was the leader of the Vatican's office for the dicastery of bishops, the Vatican's dicastery for bishops. He is someone who spent many years as bishop in
Look, see? You see this? It's going to be unbearable today.
Peru as a missionary in Peru. He was Bishop of Chiclayo in Peru. He was the leader of the Augustinian order, which is a worldwide religious order. He is known as an experienced and wise leader who can bring together people from different points of view. I can see there Cardinal Supich from Chicago, who looks quite happy with the news. This is really an extraordinary moment.
This is an extraordinary moment, and of course, I sit here as an American. Whatever it would have been, I think you can't be but moved to tears. But this is stunning.
Leo
This is
the
stunning.
14th.
Leo the
Now
14th.
that's
is his name.
significant. Pope Leo the 13th, a pope of Catholic social teaching, of Catholic social doctrine, a pope who stood up for workers, a pope on the side of the poor. And Cardinal Prevost, Pope Leo the 14th, I should say, has chosen that name. That is a big statement. That is really an extraordinary, extraordinary moment. We all thought, people were thinking it was going to be an Italian,
Yes.
who thought they were the front runner. But as we said, as I reported, an American was not ruled out. They were looking at American.
And you were saying this was possible. It was
mistake.
only today when
Big mistake. I think it's crazy. Yeah, 69. Nice. But I feel like we're cooked. Like, it was cool when the Vatican was separated from America, you know? And now we put our grubby little hands in this shit, too. His anti-gender ideology. He's a registered Republican. That's fake. I mean, I know he doesn't like J.D. Vance. He's written about J.D. Vance. I think he's a never Trump Republican. The very fact that he was a Republican at all kind of sucks, though.
it moved as fast as it moved that everyone said, well, it must be an Italian. But let's just say this again. Cardinal Robert Prevost, now Pope Leo the 14th, is an American, currently Cardinal from Chicago, and is now the first American Pope in history. Let's watch Leo the 14th coming out. Let's watch.
It was not on the short list we looked at. They cooked us. How could they have done this to me? How could they have done this to me? How could they have done this to all of us? Terrible, terrible, terrible day. Let me see. I'm gonna tweak it and try to make a noise gate here real quick on the fly, off of my open threshold, close threshold. Let's see. Let's see if I can make a noise gate here. Attack time 0.8. No, 8 milliseconds. Let's see. Oh, not even 8 milliseconds. 0.8 milliseconds. Hold on. Hold time 200 milliseconds? No, 20 milliseconds. And release time is also 20. Let's see how this works. Is this good? I don't think it's working. I think you can still hear most. I think you can hear all this other shit in the background. I don't think it's working at all. Yeah, normally you shouldn't be able to hear the snaps. Anyway, whatever. This is the guy Libs are calling woke, by the way. All right. This Pope isn't woke, is he? I mean, he was chosen by Francis. Like, he was one of the people that Francis chose, but Francis sometimes would do like a little bit of centrism. He has some woke qualities, but he's nowhere near as woke as Francis. Francis was a socialist. This is an American. Okay. Now, I'm not giving party affiliation too much thought. I'm just saying he's American, and I think Americans are gross. Americans do not have a understanding of the world, but the only saving grace for this Pope is the fact that he lived in Peru, dual citizen, for years and years in his life. So maybe he has a better understanding of like the plight of the global South, and that's part of the reason why I think he might come across as more woke than some of the other choices. But like, the reality of the matter is, America-fying anything is going to be bad, because Americans have a very limited understanding of the universe. God damn it. Fucking lights went out. That's crazy. Chat, is this dick riding? You should be chanting, USA, USA, USA. We don't even deserve it. Like, we as Americans don't deserve to be anywhere near the papacy. Like, we are the worst Catholics on the planet. We abide by very few of the rules of Catholicism. Our Catholics, by and large, resemble Protestants, which is disgusting. Yuck. And now we got a American Pope. I mean, his only saving grace is he's also Midwestern. He's at least from Chicago.
La pace sia con tutti voi.
Peace be with you all.
Fratelli, sorelle carissimi.
Dearest brothers and sisters,
Questo è il primo saluto del Cristo risorto.
this is the first
Il buon
greetings
pastore
of the
che ha dato
resurrected
la
Christ,
vita per il gregge di Dio.
the good shepherd who has given up his
Vorrei
life
che questo
for God.
saluto di
And
pace
I should also like
entrasse
this
nel
greeting
vostro
of
cuore,
peace
raggiungesse
to
le
enter our
vostre
hearts.
famiglie.
And
Wait a minute. Is this goddamn Pope Mexican? What the hell? Speak American, goddammit. You're from Chicago. Why in the hell is he speaking this Mexican language? Hold on now. Hold on now. This Pope better not try to come back to America. I'll deport his ass. I'll report him to INS so fast his head will spin, brother. Yee.
and your families, and to all those people, wherever they are, all peoples throughout the world. Peace be with you.
Questa è la pace di Cristo risorto.
This is the peace of the resurrected Christ,
Una pace disarmante, umile
a
e perseverante.
humble and perseverant peace which comes from God, God who loves us all
Incondizionalmente.
unconditionally.
Ancora conserviamo nei nostri orecchi
Let
quella
us
voce
keep
debole, ma
in our
sempre
ears
coraggiosa di
the
Papa Francesco,
weak voice
che benediva
of
Roma.
Pope Francis that blesses Rome.
Il Papa
Try to keep asking if we got an woke Pope. No. He's a more of a, I guess, uniting figure. A little bit of a centrist Pope. A little bit for the woke guys and a little bit for the broke guys, you know? As far as I've read, Pope Grave, which was established specifically for this, says Pope Grave's opinion is that Robert Provost was elected because he's an American who can stand against Trump and wield American influence in the face of rising fascism. Our new okay. Our new Pope has spoken against Western leniency towards LGBTQ plus individuals and against gender ideology in Peru. He was accused of mishandling sexual assault investigations against priests in his diocese. As a lesbian Catholic, I'm disappointed, but I'm here to remind... The internet was a mistake, man. Why is this your source? It's not. I mean, I think it's funny. I never realized how much your Soundgate save does. You should go back to realizing it and acting like it is saving us. Okay? What are these ads, man? We'll go through the issues in depth. I just wanted to give a shout out to Pope Grave because I find it pretty crazy that it exists. Like they made a pop crave, but for the girly pops that want to know about the Pope craze. Amazing.
che benediva Roma.
The Pope who blessed Rome gave his blessing to the world, to the entire world, that morning of Easter. Allow me to follow up on that blessing. God loves us. God loves everyone. Evil will not prevail. We are all in the hands of God.
Pertanto,
Therefore, without fear, united, hand in hand with God and amongst ourselves, let us go forward. We are the disciples of Christ. Christ goes before us. The world needs his light. Humanity needs him like the bridge to God and his love. Help us and all others to build bridges with dialogue, with meeting, to be one common people, living always in peace. Thank you to Pope Francis.
I'm disappointed. I really wanted Tag Lee. I really wanted Pinoy Gang. I was actually stoked for Pinoy Gang to rise up. For all my Swagapinos out there, I'm with you. I see you. I hear you. I feel you.
Pagtatanggol mo naman. Oh, the time has gone.
What are you watching? What are we watching? Is that where the question is? Swagapino greatness. That's what the we're watching. We could have had the karaoke Pope. Someone said it sucks that these kids are just going to end up being nurses. Or somehow, somewhere along the way, they will end up working in some sort of seafaring capacity. Swagapinos are a seafaring people. They will find themselves on a boat somewhere. Could be the Navy. Could be a Carnival cruise ship. Could be the crew of the Galaxy Leader ship that gets overtaken by the Houthis. There's always going to be a Swagapino on the boat, though. Or a community basketball league. Yeah. I play with the Swagapino boys, the Unks, on Sundays. Let me tell you, they ball hard. They got the coolest Filipino jerseys too, like the Filipino basketball jerseys. Anyway, we could have had that, but we couldn't because that would have been too good. And the world is not ready yet. The world is not ready for karaoke mass. Okay? And also, I don't even know Tag Lee's track record. I mean, I know he's like a little bit of a socialist, but he's Pinoy Gang, so he's LGBT LGBT plus. I'm not even talking right. Okay. He is pro LGBTQ plus because he's Filipino. That's how it is.
I should also like to thank all my cardinal brethren who have chosen me to be the successor of Peter and to walk with you as a united church, always seeking peace and justice, seeking to work with men and women who are faithful to Jesus Christ, without fear, to proclaim the gospel, to be missionaries.
Sono un figlio di Sant'Agostino.
I am a son of St. Augustine, Augustinian.
Che ha detto,
Augustine, who said,
con voi sono cristiano e per
with
voi
you I am a
vescovo.
Christian,
In
and
questo
for
senso
you a
possiamo
bishop.
tutti
And I think in that sense we
camminare
can all walk
verso
together
quella patria
to that
che- il quale, la quale
homeland,
Dio ci ha preparato.
that home which God has prepared for us.
Alla Chiesa
To the Church
di Roma, un
of
saluto
Rome.
speciale.
a very special greeting.
Dobbiamo cercare insieme come essere una Chiesa missionaria.
We have to seek.
I'm sorry, dude. This is like some forces should not be disturbed. Like, for example, if America started competing in Eurovision and won, That would be a disturbing event. It's like, that's supposed to be your thing, not our thing, you know? So something about this doesn't feel right. We already sent Israel into Eurovision as our envoys to ruin the whole thing. But this is basically like direct intervention. It's like if America won the UEFA or something, you know what I mean? Like that's not supposed to happen. The lip smacking makes me want to smash my phone into a million pieces with a hammer. You should do that on your head. There's nothing I can do about the lip smacking. If you take issue with it, you should smash your phone with a hammer or directly into your head. I don't know what it is about chatters that go, I'm just not going to be able to do it today because of the mouth noises. But instead, you have to let everybody know how annoyed you are. Okay, well, you're annoying. Huh.
Together to be a missionary church, a church that builds bridges and dialogue, always ready to accept, like this great piazza with its arms. We have to show our charity, presence, and be in dialogue with love. And I'd also like to say a greeting in Spanish to all those who,
because misophonia sucks sadly. Okay, tap out, dude. Tap out. Shut the f up. My point is shut up.
And particularly to my dearest beloved diocese in Peru, where a faithful people.
It's like, yeah, misophonia is annoying. You know what else is annoying? Talking about how your misophonia is preventing you from being able to watch. Yeah, if you can't watch today, you can't watch today. Normally, I have a great noise gate. I've spoiled you silly. I've spoiled you silly with my incredible noise gate. So the one day that the noise gate is broken because, and there's just nothing I can do because the application of the software I use is busted and it's sometimes janky, you don't have to cry and complain about it. Like, no one else will actually look to your statement and go, wow, you are so brave for being here. Thank you. You are such a victim. No, everyone just thinks you're lame. Shut up.
Accompanied their bishop to share their faith with him, and who has done so much to be a faithful church. To all you, brothers and sisters of Rome, of Italy, of the entire world, we must be a synodal church, one which goes forward and which always seeks peace.
This is, you know what's crazy about this, by the way? I know their asses don't have real misophonia because the goddamn translator is also constantly smacking his lips. And they're not complaining about the translator at all. They're just complaining about me because they're little bitches who just want to be heard. Okay? The entire time I was waiting. Is anyone going to talk about how the translator is also smacking his goddamn lips into the microphone? No, they're not. They're not complaining about that at all because they don't give a shit about it. They just want to be annoying, okay? Yes, I'm a misophonia-phobic streamer.
Charity and to be close to those who suffer. Today, this is the day of the supplication to the Madonna of Pompeii. Our Mother Mary always wanted to accompany us and be near us, to help us with her love. And I should like to, therefore...
America really be thrusting their dick and balls into every crevice of the world? I know. No, this just feels weird, man. It feels wrong. I mean, I know this guy has a focus in the global south. This is a big market for Catholicism. It's like, you know, it's important. It's an important emerging market for Catholicism at a time when like most of the developed world has moved past Catholicism in general. So they have to be pro global south. But the fact that he's American is just like irredeemable in my eyes. Am I an America hater? Is that what it is? Do I just like despise my own country and my own countrymen? Is that Like, am I an anti-American racist? I feel like it's not. I feel like it's warranted to feel this way. Luce la bubu collab when the Pope drop the merch. Oh, we want a la bubu, and we wanted the Pope to be a la bubu Pope. The Pope will be from Chicago. Sounds like an 1880s Republicans' dire prediction for if we don't stop Irish immigration. Do they mean the first U.S. Pope? The last one was American? Yes. That, for the record, that right there, that interpretation right there is unironically part of the reason why I'm like, ugh, Americans, we're involved in this too now. Like, yeah, the last Pope was also technically American, but this one is from the United States of America. So now everyone's saying this is the first American Pope. First American Pope. No, the last one, I think, was the first American Pope, actually. This is the first North American Pope. But that distinction in and of itself is yet another representation of American hegemony, American power, and how we operate around the world. Don't worry, Felix Gauzy, you're back. Oh, yeah, I saw his tweet. He said, we cannot have a Pope that attended University of Chicago. He didn't, by the way. Stop the steal now. We need to storm the Vatican and find the real ballast. They cannot stop us all. False alarm. I was misinformed. I apologize to anyone who died storming the Vatican and all the Swiss guards. Pope, but he's nerfect. This was great, too. We have come to a decision, Mr. Biederman. It releases the smoke. And then he vapes it out. Does anyone have that vid from a song stream where it's Felix blowing smoke from the Twin Towers?
Responsible for violating the Leahy Act? What do you mean? They should put fucking Joe Biden under.
Can you guys?
Yeah, he was just blowing smoke.
He loved that.
Do you think Trump will be held responsible for violating the Leahy Act? What do you mean? They should put fucking Joe Biden under the prison for violating that then. Like...
He's everywhere somehow. When is my king coming back on the broadcast? Brother, your king's in New York and I am in France.
Pray together with you. Let us pray for this new mission, for the entire church and for...
Favorite part from yesterday's stream?
Also, once again, chatters, you think she was like, oh, yeah, is that Rosa Parks right next to my pussy? Sign
Hell
me right
yeah.
the f up. No, she's like,
Talk
okay.
about Blackpink.
Yo. Yo, Christian. Yo, Christian. Oh, my. Christian, bro. Oh. Oh, no.
Lisa fans are mad at you. I love Lisa. Fandoms need to know I'm a Lisa girly. That gagged you. It was diabolical. It was also bars. Like what? It's such a good joke. No one should be mad at that. Because if the joke is good, then it's appropriate. Everybody knows, okay? K-pop Twitter found this clip. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That was so good.
Wow.
But so wrong. Also, once
That whole stream was the antidote to these last 3 weeks. We got hopefully more fun segments. What are U.S. residents supposed to call themselves? No, I mean, I say I'm an American, chatter. I know. I understand it. God punished him for that joke by passing over the Pinoy Pope. Can you explain the joke, please? Lisa was underwater for what fans suspected was a controversial garb choice for the Met Gala, where people zoomed in on the embroidery on the outfit that she was wearing that Pharrell put on her, by the way. So if you're going to yell at someone, yell at Pharrell, not my Princess Lisa. But they were saying that it's like some of the embroideries were Rosa Parks. So she had like Rosa Parks like down there in her panties. And my first reaction to that was, why are you looking at her panties, pervert? That's your fault. Your fault for looking at her panties. I didn't, so I didn't see it. But then secondly, I was like, well, it's not her fault. Pharrell put those clothes on. Last but not least, turns out it's actually not Rosa Parks. But the joke is, you know, I was saying, what do you think? You think Lisa just was like, oh, Rosa Parks right next to my pussy? Thank you. Sign me right the fuck up. And then Christian said, I guess that's something along the lines of making a reference to Blackpink, which is the K-pop band that she is a part of, but also making a reference to pink being the vagina and black being, I don't want to finish this statement. Sometimes I think if you're too autistic to understand a joke, I'm not going to autistically respond to you and explain it. I've realized that this is one of those moments. I think I shouldn't do that every time. You know, if you don't understand the joke, sometimes it's okay to be outside of the club and not be in it. You know, I do try to. Why was the explanation needed? No, there's like legit people who don't understand the jokes. This happens so much. It happens so much. It happens all the time. People will be like, I just don't understand the joke. And I feel bad. There's nothing worse than feeling like everyone is laughing at something and you just didn't understand the joke. And now you're just sitting outside going, ha ha ha, that was funny. But deep down inside, you're like, what the fuck are they laughing at? Is there something wrong with me? I've been in that situation a lot in my life, which is why whenever a chatter comes in and goes, I didn't understand this joke, I literally turn on this is a ableism friendly stream, or not ableism friendly stream. This is an anti-ableism stream. And I will immediately start explaining the joke. And it makes it so much worse. Okay? It makes it so much worse. It's so much better to never explain the joke. Okay? And honestly, I gotta stop doing it. I know I feel bad. But I can't stop myself. But I have to.
For peace in the world, and let us ask for this special grace from Mary, our God.
Ave Maria, piena di grazia.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Tu sei benedetta fra le donne, e benedetto è il frutto del
You are
tuo
blessed
seno,
amongst all women, and blessed be the fruit of your womb.
Madre di Dio, prega per noi peccatori.
Holy Mary, pray for us sinners, and be present at the hour of our death. Amen.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so tapped out of like all this religion stuff. Like, it's exciting to watch from afar because like Catholicism's crazy with it, with all the bells and whistles. But perhaps I should not say this, but I do sometimes see people that are very religious, and I think like, I don't know how we live on the same planet, is like in the same plane of existence. Much respect to people. This is not disrespectful at all. I always say, like, people believe in crazy shit, crazier shit than well-established organized religion, at least that's been a domineering force on the planet in terms of, like, creating some semblance of social structure. But I cannot understand that. Like, it does not fit in my brain. I feel like there's something so wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with me. But I see people that are like praying, and I'm like, that's like, I've thought about this statement, you know, everyone finds God in the trenches or whatever, you know, in a manhole. What's the saying? It's like a fake saying about war. In a foxhole, is that what it is? Everyone finds God in a foxhole. And it's like, there have been so many moments in my life where I was like, shit is really up, and there's never been a moment where I was like, I hope there's a higher power that'll fix it. And I don't know what it is. I wish no atheist in a foxhole is the statement. Yeah, you know, a religious person made that statement, because I feel like atheists are so goddamn annoying. They'd be in the foxhole being like, oh, my science saved me. That's what they be saying in the foxhole. Only religious think like, oh, there's an atheist in the other foxhole. I bet he's praying to God right now. No, he's not. He's being annoying. He's telling the enemy combatant about how God isn't real and you're stupid for believing in it. Okay? Yeah. He dug the foxhole and he was thinking about science the whole time. He's like, oh, my ration. Oh, my logic. That's what he's doing in the foxhole. Being annoying. Yeah, gun to his head. You know what? Yeah, gun to their head. They're probably thinking, I'm about to be proven right. They're thinking in their last moment, I bet the other guy that they just executed who was religious thought that I was praying to God, but he was wrong. Boom. I'm not praying to God. What now, bitch? Boom. Dead. He put that fit on, bro. He put that shit on. He put that shit on. We're back, by the way. We're back to crazy, lavish Pope, by the way. Classic American, lavish-ass Pope. Look at Francis. Francis came out in a deliberate choice in this garb. And he always presented himself like this, deliberately. He was unironically also the annoying type of socialist that's like, you claim to be a socialist, yet you don't live in a box. Francis was like, nah, I'm a socialist and I'm living in a box. Like he was that kind of dude. Like he literally, he's like, yeah, put me in a wooden coffin. I don't want nothing else. What is wrong with you, dude? You could have maybe entertained the Vatican jet a little bit, you know? That's because he's Catholic, not socialist, though? No, dude, are you kidding me? Really? Catholicism and popes famously did not live lavish experiences? Are you insane? We're talking about the Catholic Church. No, it was because he was... Chatter is right. I mean, look, there are obviously some popes who lived by the sword like that, but I feel like when I think about the broader history of the Catholic Church, an ascetic lifestyle does not come to mind at first. Okay? And yes, this is another thing that I say all the time, which is like religion in general is teaching you a whole bunch of, by force, teaching you a whole bunch of like, be nice to other people, sharing is caring, values like that would be mostly attributed to socialism and certainly not to capitalism. But many people have not followed those rules, even aesthetically follow those rules as far as Pope Francis did. Prior to capitalism, Catholicism in Europe has always been about dressing your status in society.
So it's been an afternoon and evening of high drama here at St. Peter's at the Vatican in Rome. At about 5:10.
I love Channel 4 because they bring the exact same intensity to every single thing that they're covering. They could be covering the new Pope. They could be covering, like, Israel bombing Lebanon. Or they could be covering the Westminster Dog Show, and it's always like, we're out here in the Westminster Dog Show, and it's absolutely electric. Things are going completely out of control. Somehow UNRWA is also involved in the process. Israel has blocked UNRWA's participation in the Westminster Dog Show. Back to the studio, and then you got the brown dude grilling like the Westminster Dog Show jury, being like, well, why did you say that UNRWA is Hamas and the participation was barred? And then the Israeli envoy's like, it's because the dogs that UNRWA wanted to bring were Hamas dogs. We found out, which is why we killed them. We killed the dogs on the way to the Westminster Dog Show. It is anti-Semitic.
Time we had the announcement that there was going to be a pope, the white smoke. Then an hour later, we had the name of the pope himself, Pope Leo XIV. His name in normal civilian life is Robert Prevost. He is a cardinal from Chicago, 69 years old. He spent a lot of time in Latin America. He speaks fluent Spanish. And when he addressed the crowd today, he spoke in Italian with a slight American accent, then in very good Spanish, but he did not speak in English, even though he is the first pope to come from North America in the papacy's 2,000-year history. He offered a message of...
Bro, you can't have a pope named Bob, dude. Big L. Big L for Catholicism. Hey, what's up? I'm Pope Bob. And he's from Chicago. Of course he's not going to speak English, man. It just bricks the immersion. Thousands of years of history just thrown in the toilet. We had to put our stink on this too. We couldn't let this be. We could not leave this shit alone. We had to ruin this too.
Peace and of humility, and the atmosphere here in the square was just incredible. Let me show you how the afternoon of high drama, theatre and faith unfolded here at the Vatican. Perhaps they knew something. At just after 6 Rome time, the conclave delivered.
Is he talking about the birds?
White smoke. They were oblivious, but the square below erupted. Joy in a... It took just a day and a half to find a new pope who will now lead the world's 1.4 billion Catholics. Many had thought it might take because of divisions in the church. So the Pope was elected on the 4th ballot, and the bells are now ringing. The smoke is still hanging in the beautiful afternoon air, and of course we're now waiting to hear who it actually is. They will be able to declare, Habemus Papa, we have a Pope.
It's unbelievable. I'm from Boston.
You're from Boston?
Just came in today.
How do you feel?
It's very good. Very, very.
You're from France?
Yes, of course.
You think it might be the French cardinal?
I don't know. We wait. Yes.
It's very emotional to be here. Today's my birthday. So for me to experience a moment like this, it's just wonderful.
Who do you think it'll be?
The Asian, I guess.
Yeah.
The Asian. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. The Asian one. That's me. That was my level of interest in the whole Pope game. Americans were chanting USA, USA. Oh, we're so dude. Driving down the beautiful windy roads of Paris earlier before I got on this broadcast, I was thinking like Americans unironically would look at this city and be like, yeah, this place is actually poorer. This place is actually poorer and worse than my random American suburb. And we're so backwards. We're just like an incredibly backwards people. We are the barbarians.
The Filipino.
All right, okay. That's what you want?
I think so. Yes, yes, absolutely. And I hope it goes with the line with supporting the poor, like the Pope.
Yeah,
and,
Francis. Yeah.
Yes, Francis, yes. And do the same line.
Let's see if you're right.
Yes, let's see.
Maybe you are.
I think it is. It's just like, it should be automatically disqualifying. Call me a purist, but it should be automatically disqualifying to let a pope know what deep dish pizza is. Okay? Like, if you've ever had Portillo's, you should not be allowed to be the Pope. Like, the Cardinals really did not consider that. They weren't like, Mamma mia, has this Cardinal, has he ever had a deep dish of pizza? That would have, if that question was presented at any point in the conclave, or whatever the conference is called, it's called conclave, right? My brain is not working. Okay? Like, then that should have stopped this process dead in its tracks.
Maybe you're not right. Who knows?
No, but God select him, whoever it is, and we will be happy.
¿Cómo se siente?
Nos sentimos llenos.
We are so full of the same Holy Spirit.
I will, by the way, be in Chicago after France. Instead of going home, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to be speaking at University of Chicago. So I should probably really moderate my Chicago slander. I don't want the pro-Israeli protesters to join up arms with the pro-Chicago protesters. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a speech. I'm gonna do a thing with Ested Hernan at University of Chicago. Yeah, this time instead of the 27,000 emails sent to USC to get me to stop from speaking there, we're gonna have 37,000 emails sent to the University of Chicago from the Malort enjoyers, okay? From all of Chicago's finest.
It moved the cardinals to make up their minds so quickly, this Colombian priest told me. An hour after the white smoke, the curtains of the grand balcony of St. Peter's moved, and we had a name.
Cardinalem Prevost. Qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem decimum quartum.
Pope Leo XIV, also known as Robert Prevost, born in Chicago, 69 years old. He spent much of his time doing pastoral work in Peru. He speaks fluent Spanish, and he's been in charge of appointing bishops here at the Vatican. But he is also the world's first North American Pope. In his first address, he spoke to the square, to the city, and to the world about the need for humility, and that he will try to speak to everyone, everywhere, against evil and for good. 2 Americans are now in key positions of leadership around the world, and one of them is called Trump. The next months and years should be interesting, perhaps even challenging.
By the way, American Catholics included, that spent the last 12 years shitting on the Pope and being like, the Pope's irrelevant, who gives a f-, are now going to magically turn around, at least if like this Pope Leo, if he's even a little bit like pro-America or reactionary, all of those like who cares about the Pope guys are gonna be like, whoa, what do you mean? That's the Pope you're talking about. That's sacrilege. They were calling him an agent of Satan when he died. The previous all the people that were calling the previous Pope the agent of Satan are gonna turn around and be like, well, we're a Catholic nation. You know how it is. Except I still suspect he's going to have a reactionary slant to a certain degree. He's not going to be like Francis, but maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I am. But he is a never Trump Republican, I think. So they're already calling him an agent of Satan.
La pace sia con tutti voi. Anch'io vorrei che questo saluto di pace.
I would like that this salute of peace enters in your heart and reaches all families, to all people on earth.
I just don't want to hear from an adult Catholic convert about this. You know what I mean? Whether it be JD Vance or all of those like Peter Thiel funded podcasters who are like, I have vocal fry and art history degree, but I also like saying slurs, and I'm a Catholic now. Like I don't want to hear from them. I don't want to hear from them. I feel like they're gonna be even more unbearable. They're gonna be nuclear unbearable. Oh my God, Dime Square is so back. Dime Square is so back with this new Pope. You think the new Pope would go to Dime Square?
May peace be with you.
Click this right now. We need the dramatic reading. Wait, Spike Lee posted about the new Pope and connected it back to his beloved Knicks. The Vatican voted in Robert Francis Prevost as their 267th pontiff. He is the first Pope from the United States of America, born in Chicago, Illinois. And for my New York Knicks fans, his alma mater is Villanova University. Brunson, Hart, and Bridges won NCAA rings at Villanova. What a holy blessing. The Knicks are gonna win the 2024-2005 NBA World Championship. It's divinity. God bless. And that's the holy truth Ruth, you dig? Chicago, the 7th borough. That's wild. Nick's got the Heavens mandate. You heard it here first.
Extraordinary scenes here in the square below me. So what do we know about the new Pope Leo XIV, a Chicago-born cardinal who spent most of his life outside the United States, including more than a decade in Peru? And by the way, President Trump has just posted on social media that he's delighted it's an American Pope and he hopes to meet him soon. Well, it'll be interesting to see how that goes.